Hi guys, this is Chodaros, and we have a new bracelet created by Crazy Just Might Work, or Suzanne HB on Instagram. So the center is this right here. It is very simple, and it is called More Today Than Yesterday. So it is a bracelet just by itself. It's very thin, pretty cool. But we also have a border that we can add to it. So inside is that design. When I flip it over, you'll be able to see it better. So the border is called the Ku-Kuipo, and Suzanne likes to name her borders and her centers. So then this bracelet will be More Today Than Yesterday with the Ku-Kuipo border. So it is named after a song, and in the lyric of the song is More Today Than Yesterday. So they have a special meaning to her, and they are a beautiful combo. I had also done a blinged version. So at the end of the tutorial, I will show you how to add beads if that is something that you would choose to do. Okay, so you can use as many colors as you like, and this one you only need, that's 2 colors. So that big loop in the back and then this teardrop in the front, that's the same band, and then the next color would be the black. And I did 2 colors in this one. In the center, I did the out of the gemstone pack, that light purple and metallic gray. And then the border is just simply done with metallic purple. And this one, which opens up the center with the bead in it, this one it crowds out the center. But this is the not sweets, silk, a silk white, and the peach frost or something of the Ellie, and the center band is the glitter white, and that is a 4mm pearl bead. Okay, so let's grab our supplies and get started. Okay, so I'm going to use the gemstone pack purple, which they should make its own pack for. It's so beautiful. I'm going to use the metallic purple for my border, and then metallic gray with these for the center. So really quickly I have to show you. I didn't have any metallic purple out, so I had to grab a new pack, okay? And I remember when Suzanne said, oh, I love the metallics, metallics, metallics. This right here, these two, you see the difference? I was like, ew, why does she like the metallic so much? These are years old. These are the original metallic bands. They were nice and thick, but you see how faded looking they are? This is what they originally look like because I packed them well. And these are the newer ones. They're thin, but they have a better color. So I thought I'd show you because I haven't pulled those out in a long time, but after I saw why she liked them, I was like, oh my gosh. But I am infatuated with them as well. So I'm going to use the same colors that Suzanne used because they were beautiful. Super, super easy. Alright, so whatever color I want my border to be is the color I'm going to use for my cap band. Okay, so the next color band that you put on your hook is going to be the center of your bracelet. So it just runs up the center. And it will be more visible on the back of the bracelet. Okay, and the next band This color band is the one that we're going to use to incorporate into the border. So it's going to be grabbed. So this one we just want to pull through one loop. Okay? And then I want to go back in and grab it again, put it underneath my hook, release, pull this side of that purple band up and over my hook, and catch it with my thumb, and hold on to it. Take this, bend your hook down, bring it underneath, create a slip knot, release the bands on the left, and put them back on your hook. That's it. That's the whole bracelet. Straighten this out. So it is a slip knot inside a band. Okay? So after you have done, one pattern, the next band, when you start a new one, is always the center color band. So you pull all 3 loops on top through, and then we grab our next color. Again, we just go through the first loop like that. We want to recapture and then pull this one up and over, and then hold those 2 loops in your hand. Okay? Then take this part down under to create a slip knot, and then put these 2 loops back on your hook. And you want to make sure that this one falls to the left, so that slip knot is always in the center. Okay? So middle color goes through all the loops, close it up. The next one goes through the first loop on your hook, recapture, pull this side over so you have both in your hand. This goes under for a slip knot, release, and place them back up on your hook. Okay, so we are looming the side of the bracelet. So if you turn it, this is the front. So as you can see, those purple bands that I have, those ones are what we're going to grab when we do our border. And they also create on the back a circle. Okay, so I'll do a couple more. Oopsie, middle color goes first. And then this next first loop, re-grab that one, pull this side of the band over, create a slip knot, and place it back up on your hook. Again, the middle color, close it up, and then this one just goes through the first loop. And another thing you can do is you can go ahead and close it up, and you want to kind of hold this taut, and then you can just take these 2 loops off your hook, and if you wanted to, you could reach down and grab that band, pull it under, then place these back up on your hook, whichever way is comfortable for you. And this band might want to go back into the center. That's okay, we can fix it if needed. I prefer to do it this way. I just think it's more natural, feels more natural. But it also depends on what type of bands that you're using. Ayos sila. Super easy, isn't it? Super easy, and it looks so pretty. So, as you can see, like I played around a gazillion times with colors because I think there are so many ways you can highlight, especially with that purple band there. You can use like a neon. It looks really pretty. Okay, so we want to go ahead and finish this to the desired length to fit our wrist. And then I'll meet you back up at the top to show you how we're going to close it up and start our border. Alright, so I have mine the length of my wrist. So that is the back, which you can see the circles. And here's the front, which you can see both parts of your purple band. Okay, so easy close up for now. We just want to add a hook, or add a hook. Either add a C-clip, do a slip knot, or add some type of closure just to secure the band so we can work on the border. So I'm just going to add that clip there for now. Okay, so we want to loom this bracelet with the front facing us. So it will be like this. So we want to put, well, first off, which I know I have said it when we started, but this in my case is the purple. Whichever band that you used that has the round shape in the back and is visible, that's the band that we're going to grab going up this chain. Okay, so it's super, super simple. We are always going to chain 3. So go ahead through the cap band. You're going to chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3. Okay, so making sure that my bracelet is facing me, which the cap band is a full circle. Out of those 3 chains, we're going to go into this center chain, into the center, and we want to hook this back band and then pull our hook out, and that band will lie right next to these 2 here. And then with our bracelet facing us, we want to go ahead and come from the bottom up through that band right there. So that leaves us with 3 loops from the border and then 1 loop from our center. And then we grab our next band, and this will begin the set of 3 bands. So the first set, or the first band we pull everything on our hook through and close it up, that is our first band starting the new sequence. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, again making sure that our bracelet is facing the right way by the cap band. We want to go into this second chain, down through the center, grab that back band and come back out. 3 loops on our hook, going to the next teardrop fine line, going from the bottom, catching that one, coming up through the center. And then this starts, pull a band through all the loops on your hook, close it up. So then we add, this is our beginning again of our next sequence. So that was 1, chain 2, chain 3. always important that you make sure that this bracelet is pointing the right direction, because it's super easy to have it to the side because that's how it wants to lay. So it's in the right direction. I'm going to come down out of those 3 I just chained, center one, in the center, grabbing this back loop, and then it's like it's natural to come up and just grab this. It's like one motion. Okay, so then we add a loop to close it up, or a band, like that, and then we go ahead and chain 2 more. 2, 3, and repeat. Go into that center chain, grabbing that back band, and then this on that center. Band 1 goes through everything. Band 2, close it up. And band 3, close it up. Go through that center back, grab that band, go forward, grab this left side of that top loop. And again, the first goes through all the loops. And second one, and then third one, the back, and that's it. So I will let you finish this side. I am pretty confident you guys don't need any more instruction, but if so, you can always go back to learn how to loop. So we will finish it to the top, and I will show you just a little stitch that we'll do to lock it in so we can finish up our other side. Okay, one thing that I goofed up on and didn't tell you is whatever is in your hook, we need to slide just a single band to catch all 3 of those loops. Okay, so I'm going to do that, but I'm going to just let these bands sit over here. So I'm going to take my hook through those 3 bands and slide the band through those 3 loops, and then take and slide my hook up, my clip, sorry, and then take my hook out. So that's what we need to have. My apologies for not telling you. Okay, so then that means I have one more to do here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look to see what the heck I just did. Like, why is that band on my hook? That was wrong. Okay, so that's 3. So I go into that back one there, go into that front one, and chain 3, so that's 2 and 3. Okay, so I'm still going to go ahead and grab that band as normal, and we're going to use this band we used to clip. So we want to reach through the back and grab the band on the back, with the back like that. Okay, so reach back there, make sure those 2 bands are on your hook, and then grab the color that you're using for your border and pull it through. So that's 5 bands, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then close it up, and then you can move your hook or your clasp or whatnot. Okay, so we want to flip those two bands now. Okay, so we have one side done. So if you take a look at your bracelet so far, and this is the front because it has those bands there, the V bands. The front, this is the border is different. So if you flip it over, you can see it doesn't have that cross band. Those bands right there. So with that being said, we have to make sure that we stitch our second side the correct way so we get a matching border. So which means if you flip it over and we loom down, we'll be able to achieve that. So I'm going to go through my cap band that way and then start out with 3 chains. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so you have to grab your bands differently, but it's easy. Okay, so this time with our 3 bands, oh my, yeah, that's right. Okay, when you have your 3 chains, now you want to come in through the center, which it's going to twist a little bit, but you want to grab this front band this time. That's the way I need to do it. Okay, so I want to go in and I want to grab that in the center chain. I want to go in and grab that front band, not the back. And you'll know you're doing it right if your hook is going towards your bracelet. We want to find the first loop we have to grab, and you see this one here is incorporated on the border, so we know we need to grab this one like that. And now we can start our pattern by chaining 3. So that's 1, grabbing all of our loops, chain 2, and chain 3. Okay, so again, we hold our chains out to the side. So we're going to still go into the center chain, but we're going to grab the front loop this time. Okay, so if you keep your hook like this, okay, those bands are straight. If you pull your hook up, that's the back. So it's crisscrossed, so don't get confused. You keep your hook down. That's correct. And then you want to go into the first. See, we see that one was grabbed from the border on that side. So then we know to grab this one. And then we take and we pull a band through all 4 loops. Close it up. That's the first out of our 3 chains. So that was chain 1, chain 2, chain 3. So again, we want to go into that middle chain, but grab the front of that loop, and it's going towards our bracelet this time. And then we grab the next one in line. Excuse me. And this one here. 4 loops on our hook. We start the sequence over, so we chain 1, grabbing all of our loops. Chain 2, and chain 3. Okay, so again, going through this side here towards our bracelet, same sequence, same steps as the other side, just the opposite band is pulled on your single chain. Okay, so you want to take a look, making sure that your border is matching the other side, and you can tell because of these cross bands here. Then if you flip it over, It needs to be matching just like that. Okay? I'll do one more and then we will be off to finish. So, excuse me. We have our 3 chains going in, down to the next one in line. Chain 1, chain 2, chain 3, okay. So as you're looping these, adding your bands, it's going to crowd out the center. That's how the bracelet will end up. Okay, so that's normal. So let's finish this up and then I will meet you up at the end for the close-up. Okay, so I've reached the end of my bracelet. I have 3 loops on my hook. So I still want to go back into that center and grab that one loop. And this time, I'm going to flip this up. So this is the back of the bracelet, but it's easier to show you. So we have this band that's in our clip. I want to take that left side and stick the left side on my hook and then pull these 3 bands under it like that. Okay, and then that matches up both sides. Excuse me. And then I want to take and put this band on my hook, take it out of the clip, and add one more band, the same color as my border, like that. And voila. You don't have to add that second, you don't have to add this band, but I prefer to. So this is the time that you can add your C-clip. And voila, we are finished. So again, this is the front side because it is all scrunched up. So you'd have to kind of pull it apart there if you want to see the center. And this is the back side, which is just as pretty, if not pretty, or fabulous colors. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I do have a little piece of a blinged out version, so if you want to stick around and learn how to add beads to this, you can certainly do so. If you prefer to go, thank you for watching, and please make sure that you hashtag your renditions to Crazy Just Might Work on Instagram, and make sure that you give her a huge shout out. Tell her how great she is. She gives us some really cool designs. So, to all of you, thanks for watching. And if you choose to stick around, I'm just going to show you quickly a little piece of a blinged out version. Okay, so if you don't look at the border, you're just looking at the center. Let me take and undo this knot. So I'm going to show you how to do the center with the bead. So I want to stick my hook back through. I should have these 3. Alright. So this is how it will look when you add a bead to the center. Okay, so what you want to do is that center band, and this is only my preference and how I blinged it. Obviously there's a million ways you could probably do it, but I took and I put the bead on my center band. Okay, and then I simply just took the beaded band and pulled it through all 3 loops, but then just this outer one I slipped the bead under like that, and then I closed it up. It's going to want to slip back, but you can just kind of take it and pull it back up like that. See, like this one slipped, but it's no biggie. This one came all the way to the side. Okay, so once you have that band in place, then you just take your next one in line and just loom out as you normally would. Like that. Okay, so I'll do one more. So you take your beaded band, which is my center band, pull it through all 3 loops. I slip this band over the bead, then close it up. See how that one fell back? It doesn't matter because that's the band that we're grabbing when we go to do the border. Okay, so that's what it looks like from the side, and this is what it looks like from the front. So the more today than yesterday is the single center bracelet, and it can definitely just be worn by itself. Okay, so we just want to add a closure band, and that is the only difference between a bead and non-beaded version. Okay, so I did one side of the borders, and then I can just continue just to show you. It's no different. You're doing the exact same. Okay, so you can see I just grabbed my chain there, and so you'll know exactly what band to grab on that center because it's the one to the left of the bead. Excuse me. So then you do it exactly as before. You pull band through, chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3, and then you're grabbing that center chain band, and then right on the side of your bead will be the band that you grab, and then chain normally. Okay, and that's what you'll end up with. So when you go to do the other side, you will grab the other side of that band, okay, and then when you're all said and done, that bead will fall right in place and be seen, and it'll be beautiful. You'll be able to see it on both sides. Okay, so that is how we would do a beaded version if you are interested, and then here again is the original rendition. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Would love to see what you guys make. Take care. Bye-bye.